at our website. You want to put that in all the way at the top of your page, because otherwise Google will give you all the results of everything with those words in there. WNYSchoolofRealEstate.org. Once again, it's WNYSchoolofRealEstate.org. There's going to be a big blue oval in the top left corner.
Okay, I see it.
Perfect. So the next thing you do is click Sign In.
Okay.
And then you'll see New Testing. Click New Testing. And then you come to a page with fingers. So at the fingers, this is the only place that you use your codes that have your name in it. Your code starts with the number 5, then your last name, and then the calendar year, 2024. In the future, when you come back, it'll be a different number. Never use one that doesn't have the same calendar year that you're working on.
Okay.
So that goes in both places at the finger points. Nothing is case sensitive.
Password and login.
Correct.
Okay.
And you're only going to use this at the fingers. Once you get past that, click Login, and you should come to a thing called a profile page. Your profile page has your name, and we always like you to check the spelling of that. So this page is a place where you can check your time. Don't click anything, but I want to let you know that you can check your time this way, and then from chapters and course that I'll show you in a little bit. So if you look where it says time accrued, that's what you click to check your time. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because if you spend 4 hours on a segment that only needs 1 hour, that extra time is not going to do anything for you except kind of waste it.
Understood.
The next thing you're going to do is under your name where it says click here to get into the course you're registered for, you want to click that.
Okay.
And then you want to pick the third course. It says 03 and then talks about 22.5 hours.
Okay.
So once you click onto that, then at the stop sign, it's reminding you now, don't use that code you just used before. You're going to put in the word refresher. That's the code for the course. REFRESHER. Nothing is case sensitive anywhere in our course. And then log in and tell me if you see chapters in course.
I see it.
Perfect. So I just want to do a little overview before you click anything. If you look at the bottom of the list, do you see where it says click here to check your time?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you already did the cultural diversity because you did that through the mobile, like being able to do it separately. So why don't you click on number 1 though? Because there's some questions at the bottom that you need to answer so that your time populates from what you did separately.
Okay.
So at the bottom of the page, now when you're on a Mac, the function or control key pressed simultaneously with the down arrow key takes you to the bottom of the page. On a non-Mac, like a PC, it's the end button that will generally take you to the bottom.
Okay.
Which one did you press?
I am on a Mac.
Okay. So it took you to the bottom because you're going to care about this, especially when you do the longer section. It's 15 hours. Mm-hmm. It's a lot easier than scrolling all the way down.
Yep.
All right, perfect. So are you at the bottom of the page where there's questions?
I am. Yep.
Okay. Take a minute and just read those over and click I understand.
Okay.
Once you give it a read through, it's going to help you. All the questions at the bottom of the pages are going to help you do the course better, have a smoother operation.
Okay. All looks good.
Okay. So once you do that, basically what's going to happen is as you're answering, I understand everything, you only have to do that once per chapter and course. So now that you've done it for this, you're not going to do it again for this one. And then when we get to the KOT, you're going to do it once and you don't have to keep doing that again. You don't always have to keep clicking I understand as long as you've done that once for that chapter and course.
Okay.
So why don't you click check my time or record my answers?
Okay.
There's only one button at the bottom, and then you're going to get a message that says congratulations, and it's going to show you. So now you have to log out of that. You close out that screen by going to the top of the page and clicking the little X in the top right corner there where it says your test graded.
Okay. So this is closing the tab.
It's only
Okay,
closing
gotcha.
that tab. Yeah, it'll take you back to chapters and course then once you do
Okay.
that.
Yep, I see it.
Now, I want to let you know that if you have multiple things happening on your computer, like let's say you start the course and you want to check email and then you want to start working on a market analysis, your time will not count minute for minute. Even though it's running for maybe 2 hours, you might get half hour time because the state wants you to keep it open. New York required that we update it so that that page has to be open. You can check an email real quick, but get it back to the page where something's happening, okay?
Okay.
Just want to make sure you're aware of that. So, so what are you looking at now?
I'm just back to my
Chapters and course?
chapters of the course.
Okay.
Yep.
So the next thing we're going to do, don't click anything, is you're going to do KOT and you're going to spend 15 hours on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've put in your 15 hours, then you're going to do number 3 for an hour and then number 4 for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
If I can't do the 15 hours in one,
Oh, most
one
people
swoop.
can't. Well, we don't expect you to do that in one sitting. Whenever you get 15 hours in. We
Gotcha,
just
so
don't.
they can
We don't want you bouncing
figure it out.
around. We just want you to do 2 before you do 3, 3 before you do 4.
Sure. Understood.
Okay. So why don't you click on the next one?
Okay.
Now there's always a video at the top of the page. This helps to keep your computer awake.
Okay.
And when it ends, that's when 90 minutes is up. So try to play that as often as you can. There's no
Okay.
sound on it, so this way if you are reading something or doing something, it won't interrupt you.
Gotcha.
Okay? Now, use the control or function and down arrow key and see if it takes you to the bottom since you're on a Mac.
Yep.
So those questions you should answer, I understand as well. Make sure to read them because it'll help you do the course better.
Okay.
And once you do it, you don't have to keep doing it. You just have to click check answers to record your time in the future.
Okay. Looks good.
Perfect. So why don't you click check answers so you see what happens? And it should be similar to what you saw on the previous page when you did it for cultural.
Yep. I see it.
Wonderful. So now you just close out of that screen. You never use your back arrow key.
Okay.
All right. So once that page is closed out, are you back to chapters and course?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. So the only thing you're going to do now is whenever you have time, you can log in and work on your course. Sometimes you have time to read, sometimes you don't. Try to let it run as much as you can. That's the best way to get your time in because it's all timing based.
Okay.
Now you will have tests to do for the last 2 chapters of the course, the recent legal matters and data analytics and ethical business practices. But the answers to those 2 10-question quizzes you're going to see are right at the very top where it says reference materials.
Okay.
But don't click it though. Don't do that until you put your hours in everywhere else.
Okay.
You'll also have answers attached to the email that we send you. But just so you know, they're also available on the course.
Okay.
And don't try to, like, if you fail the test that we give you the answers to, there's a $25 retest fee because we have to go through and test you again.
Okay.
So try to not fail. I mean, 3 people a year on average fail because they really don't listen. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a course evaluation that covers both courses at the bottom. You need to fill that out so that you can get your certificate. And that's all super easy to do. You click on it, you'll see. Do you have any questions?
No, this all pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, that's what we were hoping. So text us when you're done with everything, and then we verify your work. We'll check and make sure you put in all the minimum times, because if you double click the record my time, it'll double your time. So make sure it's very sensitive. That's why we tell people don't do this, on your phone or, like mostly the phone is where it happens because it's so sensitive and your screen is a different sensitivity compared to the pad on your computer if you're using the little pads that they have on laptops.
Uh-huh.
So we recommend trying to do this on like a PC or on a laptop, on some kind of device that's more stable. Don't use Safari. Safari is very, very bad. Try to use Chrome, Firefox, anything but Safari.
Okay. Yeah, I'm using Chrome.
Oh, perfect. Chrome is the best. And that's all. Just kind of plug away at it and text us when you're done. That prompts us to check your work and make sure you're good.
Okay. And just to verify that time idle, if it gets to, what is that, 18,000 seconds?
Yeah, I think it's about 5 hours.
It'll pause.
You'll lose everything. So I'm really glad you asked that question. If you leave your computer alone and you forget to record your time, if it gets to 5 hours or falls asleep, whichever comes first, it depends on your settings on your computer. We always recommend disabling it. Like, does your computer, I hate to be personal, but do you have a sleepy computer?
I do, so I will turn that off.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do through your settings because, we try our best, but we can't solve all the problems in the world. So if your computer is really sleepy, just until you get your course done, like you literally have time to go walk the dog in between, maybe run to the store, as long as you're back to save your time, as long as it doesn't go to sleep. That's why that top video, we recommend playing it as often as possible.
Yeah.
Because it helps to keep things moving around. And you can watch all the other videos that's on your, like any other videos that are there is all part of the timing. So they teach you something, they show you things, like it's information. I don't want you just to think you're sitting here reading. It's like you can literally you could be in the kitchen while it's playing and like listen to something maybe educational that you might have an interest in.
Well, that's great to know. Yeah. No, I think it's all good. I'll reach out if I have any.
All right, perfect. Just text us when you're done, or if you have a problem, we can call you back.
That sounds great.
All right, we're here 7 days a week. Have a nice day.
You too. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. Take care. Bye.
Alrighty, bye.